Hello everybody, SlimKirby here, and oh no, more Lemmings! That's not a statement, by the way, that's the actual name of this project. This is the Oh No More Lemmings playthrough. Oh No More Lemmings is not really a sequel to Lemmings. Obviously there's Lemmings 2, The Tribes, that's the true sequel to the Lemmings series. But Oh No More Lemmings is basically an extension of the original Lemmings games. It has more levels you can play through. It's got tougher levels to play through on top of that. And I guess you could kind of see it as a bit of an expansion pack of sorts. So yeah, I'm going to be playing through this pack. There are 100 levels, I believe, which is not as many levels as there were in the original Lemmings, but there are also no repeat levels. So there are more unique levels in this game. And from what I remember, these levels are actually a lot harder too, especially when you get into some of the, harder difficulty levels as well. So this will not be an easy or free playthrough by any means, but yeah, I've been wanting to do this project for a while. I really enjoyed the first Lemmings project. It really, really annoyed me that I couldn't find a great way to do this game. I considered using DOSBox, an old emulator that you can use to play like old DOS and computer games, but some of the menus just didn't look right to me, and it was just a pain to get running. So I'm like, okay, I don't really want to use this. Then I considered the PlayStation version of Lemmings, which has both Lemmings and the Oh No More Lemmings together. And while I did like that version, the problem with that version is mainly you couldn't use a mouse with that, and because a lot of these levels are more precise than the original Lemmings, because I know I did the first playthrough on the SNES, which didn't have mouse controls either, I didn't want to deal with that for this playthrough, so I was like, okay, well, back to the drawing board yet again. Then I found NeoLemmix, which is basically a Lemmings player of sorts. You can play all the old Lemmings games through this program. It even combines all the games together, even some of the unique console levels as well, and actually has a much more thorough campaign, which is kind of cool. And then you can also just play the original games by themselves. I downloaded the pack for Oh No More Lemmings, and that is what I'm going to be playing through for this game's technical Let's Play, I guess you could say. I do want to thank YouTube user roundthewheelrtw for helping me get situated with this emulator, or this program rather. I'm a big fan of his old Lemmings videos, and he really kind of helped me get together and get this working. So I want to thank him for that. And yeah, I'm finally excited. We're actually going to be able to play Oh No More Lemmings here. So a few things, like I already mentioned, there are more levels, more unique levels in this version. As far as difficulty levels, there are 5 difficulty levels, but there's only 20 levels in each. So we have Tame, Crazy, Wild, Wicked, and Havoc. We're going to obviously start with Tame. For the level select, this is not how this would look in the main game, obviously. This is just the NeoLemmix level select feature, which looks through all the different packs you have. Obviously, we're just going to stick with the Oh No More Lemmings pack. I haven't actually played through all the levels on my own yet. I'll probably do that through the course of this Let's Play, just so I'm, kind of familiar with what's coming up and everything. But yeah, you can essentially start from wherever you want, basically. But I'm going to cancel this. And yeah, we're just going to go ahead and play. So we're going to start with Tame. Let's go ahead and get this started. Down and Out Lemmings, Tame level number 1. We have 50 Lemmings. We have to save 25% of them. We have 4 minutes to do it. Really shouldn't be too bad. In fact, the Tame level is actually kind of what I'd say is a boring level of difficulty, because all these solutions are very, very simple. They're really not hard solutions at all. But I'll go ahead and let the Lemmings kind of walk around for a bit while I'm re-explaining everything. But you have all the same tasks that you had in the original Lemmings. So you have your climbers, floaters, bombers, blockers, builders, bashers, miners, and diggers. So you can use all of them to perform different functions and stuff. I guess I'll just kind of showcase some of these. We'll go ahead and make this one a climber. This is going to allow him to climb up these walls. We can also assign him the floater task, which will give him the ability to float down. There is a certain height that will kill lemmings if they fall too far, so that's why you want to do that. Kind of annoying they're going to do that, but that's fine. We're not going to use any bombers for this. Actually, I might as well go ahead and do it just to show it off. Also, even though we are kind of used to what bombers do in the original game, bombers do work slightly different in the NeoLemmix engine. They actually explode on impact when you use. It's kind of a quality of life that NeoLemmix actually has, which is kind of cool. You don't have to worry about timing, using the timer for all of that, but, you know, I'm sure there's some people out there who are probably like, that's a little... That makes things a little too easy, come on. But no, I honestly don't mind that, because I really hate those timing puzzles. I won't show off blockers here. I won't show off builders either. But we also have, obviously, we have bashers. Bashers allow you to bash through walls in whatever direction the lemming is facing. You have diggers, which let lemmings dig straight down like this. And then you have miners, which use kind of a diagonal movement, basically. And yeah, that's those are basically all the tasks. Thankfully, those lemmings didn't die right there, which is good. And again, I'll go over the other tasks a bit later. Let's go over some of the other icons that are down here. The pause icon is literally you pause the game. We're going to avoid this icon right now. This is the nuke button. If you feel like you cannot solve this puzzle anymore, you can just use the nuke button to start over. Obviously, I'm not going to do that. These buttons over here, these are the release rates. Basically, this is the number, whatever the minus is, that is the lowest your release rate can go. You can actually increase it if you hold it up like this, and the lemmings will come out a little faster. We've already finished the level pretty much, so they're not going to come out fast here, but that's essentially what that does. But yeah, you can't make it lower than what the release rate is. Yeah, that is the first level done and over with. So I think we've kind of covered a lot of our bases. I'll go over some of the other quality of life features as we move on here. Again, these first levels are very easy, so this will be a good way to kind of like, you know, re-explain everything. As far as blockers are concerned, I'll just show this off really quick. Blockers, basically, you make a blocker, and when lemmings come back, they'll treat this lemming like they're a wall, so they'll go back in the other direction. And as far as builders are concerned, we haven't seen those yet either. Builders will build up a staircase, and after 12 blocks, they will stop building, and then you can either set them to continue building if you want to or need to, or you can just straight up just, you know, let them go on from there. But it is kind of cool with this engine. As you can see, before you click on a lemming, you can actually see the general path that they'll make with their building, which is kind of nice. And of course, you can also end your building a little earlier if you see fit. That should not be splat height, so that's good. Okay, they're going off this way, so we're just gonna do this. Okay, I guess I'll show off this quality of life since it's here. One of the more annoying aspects of like using like bashers and miners and stuff is obviously getting the right direction. You have these little icons right here, the left and right arrow. You can actually use this as a means to okay, no, that's not what that is. There is something you can do to like make sure you will always bash in that particular direction. Maybe it's this. Yes, it is that. Okay, so it's not the red arrows, it's the blue arrows. So we're going to unpause, and see with this we can be assured that if we get this action right, they're always going to be bashing to the right, which is really, really helpful. Again, just a quality of life feature they've added just to make sure that, like, you know, you can do all your tasks efficiently without, like, any issue. And I always appreciate that kind of stuff. As far as other buttons, I'm going to go ahead and blow you up since we don't need you anymore. Hopefully that's not splat height. That is not. Okay, that's good. As far as other buttons here, I I believe this is kind of like a restart, the circle arrow. I'm obviously not going to press that because I don't want to, like, you know, begin the whole level. And this button, which is really appreciated, this is fast forward. So you can make the game move a bit faster. Let's get all these lemmings out of here and actually utilize this. This will definitely... Of course, that was the last lemming, but still, we still made use of the fast forward. But yeah, so yeah, just a lot of really nice quality of life features here. Stuff that you probably won't expect in the actual Oh No More Lemmings if you actually manage to play it. But, you know, for something like this, it's convenient, it's nice. I'm not going to complain about it. Definitely not. And see, we have like a long level like this, so obviously we need to get a move on here. Just to showcase this. Okay, yeah, that is basically a restart. And it also pauses the game too, so that's something else it'll do. But yeah, that's pretty much all we got here. Let's see. Oh yeah, we gotta bash through this now. Yeah, again, these levels, these levels are not too hard. Tame will be incredibly tame. But I get it. Again, it's a good way to, like, kind of get back into the game and everything. I can kind of see if I get this right. That's going to go right here. I'm going to go ahead and let these lemmings out. Just to get them all out here. And we're going to go ahead and rewind. Okay, go through here. And yeah, that should be the level. We'll have some stragglers kind of walking back, which is a little annoying, but that's fine. I love how these guys, like, made it through because we bashed something and they were able to walk up here. So they got through that, but... Oh, you know what? That was that guy still digging. I didn't even think about that. Okay, well, whatever. Let's go ahead and keep fast-forwarding here. Yeah, the fast-forward is going to be really nice with getting through these, like, really quickly. I'm actually pretty excited about utilizing that, if I'm being honest. And, wow, we saved every lemming. Totally excellent, indeed. Okay, and we also get some new backdrops, too. Obviously, because, you know, we had the old backdrops from the original Lemmings. Oh No More Lemmings had to add, like, some new features. And I kind of like this one. These are, like, the, like, ball levels, I guess. I guess something else I'll showcase is we have this negative number here. That's actually showing what our, how many lemmings we need to get to safety, basically. So, as you can see, we don't need to get every single lemming here. We can, you know, we only need to get 25. So, we don't need to be, like, super perfect with this. This is going to be risky, but I'm going to try... Boom. Is that depth? Is that splat height? That is not. Perfect. Okay, you don't need to be bashing that so much, though. Okay, yep, and that's it. So... I can also right-click just to make this max 99 immediately, which is also nice. Oh, shoot. I was clicking that without intending. Okay, good. That would have been... I would have felt really bad if all those lemmings just exploded while they were going to the exit. It's like they were free, and then I killed every single one of them. How terrible of a person I am. So yeah, a lot of this first video, and most likely the second video, is going to be just kind of, you know, getting back into the groove, that Lemmings groove, as we solve all these levels. But even, like, getting to the second difficulty level, like, there's already, like, stuff, a lot of stuff in that difficulty that's, I'd say, even, like, harder than some of, like, the taxing levels of the original game. Which is pretty insane when you think about it. So... yeah, pretty interesting. Okay, there we go. Got all the lemmings again. We are just doing this excellently, I think. Let's show off another feature of this. So we have these other icons here. I believe this allows you to see like kind of a more bare bones design of the game. Maybe this wasn't the best level to showcase this, but essentially this is showing like all the stuff that you can bash through. I think if there's like a surface you can't bash through, it'll be a different color. So it's kind of like if like some geometry is like throwing you off, you can use like this to tell like, okay, is this something I can bash through? Is this something that I can't bash through? And you can also just play this way, but like, no one wants to see that. And before there's people who start doing full Let's Plays of this just in that mode. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me. Just because I said that, I'm sure there are people who would end up doing that. But yeah, the quality of life stuff definitely helps. I mean, again, a lot of people could say that it makes the game too easy, but in a game like this that has like a lot of precision, you don't want to be restarting something over and over and over again. Because it can just be kind of irritating after a while. So, you know, kind of having stuff like this, I personally don't think is a big deal. Like, I mean, even in, like, the fast forward case, like, I remember there were so many, like, instances in, like, the first Lemmings playthrough where I had to keep, like, you know, just cutting to the very end of the level because they were just waiting for, like, all the lemmings to walk all the way to the end. So kind of having this feature just kind of makes it a lot more convenient, I think. Okay, so looks like we're going to be using a builder setup for this. Let's actually do this. I'm going to have you climb, and I'm going to have you bash. Oh, I made you a climber as well. Whoops. I did not mean to do that. Okay. You build a second staircase, because why not? Now, there is one feature of Lemmix that I'm personally not crazy about. Like, I can see where it would be useful, but, oh shoot, they're stuck. Okay, well, I'll finish that thought in a minute. There is a feature, like, I think it's called the rewind feature. It may even be this thing right here. Oh, actually, no, that's saving a replay. Never mind. But, there's, like, kind of a, like, replay feature where, if you restart a level after failing it, the game will kind of repeat the actions in a sense where it's just like, okay, well, we'll repeat what you did before, so you don't have to make, like, all those precise movements again. But then, like, you can change up your strategy if you need to. Which, in theory, I think makes sense. But I don't exactly know how to control that, really. So there are times where it's just like, you know, maybe I did something too early and I don't want, you know, the lemmings to do that again. I want them to wait. So it can just be kind of, like, annoying, especially when you get, like, you know, very, very specific sets of resources, like, later on. Hopefully that doesn't come up too much, but I'll try to figure out a way so that doesn't become too annoying for this particular playthrough. But yeah, we'll just do, like, the first half of Tame in this video, and then we'll do the second half in the next video, and then we'll start with the next difficulty in the video after that. You're gonna go this way, which I don't want you to do that, so we're gonna use a little building technique that I like to call bonking, where we're essentially gonna wait for you to build yourself into the ceiling, which will cause you to bonk your head and turn back the other direction. And then we're going to fast forward to the very end, because that's what we do. Okay, Tame, level 9. Also, we have to, like, save, like, about 50% in a lot of these, which is interesting. Okay, so for this one... Okay, more building. It also just feels really good to control this game with a mouse. Like, I will tolerate the Super Nintendo version, because one, I actually did grow up with that version. And two, like, you know, there's only like a few levels in the original Lemmings that are really, really annoying to do with you know, controller inputs. But, you know, actually playing this game with, like, a controller, or with a mouse, it's really good. I'm not gonna lie, it feels really nice playing this with a mouse. And, yeah, that's it. So, let's go to the end. Yippee! It's also nice to hear, like, the Lemmings sound effects, too, because obviously the Super Nintendo had to, you know, go with other sound clips instead, and here it actually sounds like they're saying yippee, which is good. Okay, well, this will be the last level we'll do in this video. And as you can see, it's not going to be that difficult either, so let's do this, actually. Actually, I may not even be able to do that. I might just need to just bash through here anyway. And you're actually going to keep on bashing, aren't you? And see, it's just nice using this to see, like, where exactly they'll go. So we can literally just keep going until, like, we know we're going to be in line with, like, the safe area here. That should be good. And see, we can raise the release rate all the way. We can hit fast forward. Really, really good. God, it's so cool to be playing Lemmings again for you guys. I really, really enjoyed the first Lemmings project. Probably, you know, a lot of people ask me, Slim, what's your, like, favorite project you've ever done? Lemmings, the first Lemmings project is one that I'd put up there, like, really high. Maybe not, like, my top 5, but maybe, like, top 10, just short of top 10. Somewhere around there, so it was a really fun project for me, and I'm glad I'm actually going to be continuing playing more of this. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and stop here. This has been SlimKirby. This has been the first episode of Oh No More Lemmings. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time for the second half of Tame. See you guys later. Later, folks.